Hello and welcome back to the channel, A Rosie Touch. I am Rosie and today is a speed paint of a random girl character. I was in the car with my mom. This was like a month ago when I came up with this doodle. Basically, I was in the car with my mom, she was driving, I was staring out the window just daydreaming, and in the very distance I could see a girl who had similar hair to what this character ends up having, and sort of what you can see at the side from my hand scribbles with like mark pens and stuff to try and figure out what it was gonna look like, how I wanted to lay it out and blah blah blah. There were other thumbnails about like different poses and stuff, but you didn't need to see them because I just left it out. But anyway, so I saw that and I could see kind of what her hairstyle was like, and it was purple and it was like part of it was up in a bun. She had shaven sides and then she had these two really long bangs at the front as well as like straight cut bangs, and I was like, that hair looks cool, I want to draw a character that has that hair. So I did. And then the rest I just kind of made up. So I made up that she had piercings, I made up that she was wearing a denim jacket with a patch on the back, and I made up that she was wearing some sort of like leathery type leggings type thing. I don't know, I was just kind of going with it and just drew it. So that's pretty much the whole story of this. I haven't drawn people much ever really. I'm much more of I like drawing animals and I like drawing plants. And even those, I wouldn't say I'm 100% at. So drawing people though, definitely something that I want to work on and something that I need to work on. So this is just one of hopefully many human drawings. And I also don't draw on my PC as much as I used to. I used to be obsessed with it to the point where it's like as soon as I came home from school, I would be straight on the computer and I'd be drawing something for either myself or for someone, or just fan type stuff. I'm not massive on drawing fan art, like I really wish I was. I want to draw more fan art because I am a fan of a lot of things, but I'm always worried I'm never going to catch the likeness well enough, or I'll make it look too similar to the style that it's already drawn in and then it's basically just copying, because I'm still trying to develop my own style. So it's also partially what this is. So yeah, I will do more fan art though, I do plan to. But this is just some practicey stuff. I don't colour it in super amazingly well. That's something else I need to work on because, as I said, I haven't really been drawing on the computer much for the last couple of years. Pretty much since I graduated university, I haven't really drawn anything. I did a couple of commissions, but nothing huge. So I'm getting used to this again, getting used to my tablet because I got this tablet like a couple of years back. I had finished university, I needed a new one, got a new one, and then I just didn't really use it much, so I'm still actually not used to it. And I want a screen tablet really bad, so that's something that I'm gonna work towards and have one of those one day, and I think that'll really make me enjoy digital a lot more again, because as you can see there's just so much Control Z because I just can't get the lines how I want them, and I feel that's maybe a disconnect with the whole looking up at the screen whilst your hand's drawing rather than having your hand where you're like visually in the same place. I don't know. So hopefully in the future I can get a screen tablet, I can get all this sorted and draw a lot more, and I need to, as I said, practice a lot more drawing of humans. And I kind of guess mermaid might help me a bit with drawing humans. I mean, not all mermaids are very humanoid in appearance, so not all of them will be when I do them, but there will be a couple that are like, you know, your typical like man body or woman body with fish tail and some fins and stuff. So hopefully that can help me get in drawing people a bit more. I'm kind of okay with drawing bodies and stuff. Hands are always hard, so that's why, yeah, just no. But bodies in general I'm okay with because I drew a lot of anthro stuff for many years and they have human bodies. So that's kind of okay. It's just feet and hands that I need to work on because obviously anthros have like poor hands and poor feet, but the rest I'm pretty chill with, I'm not bothered. So it's eyes and faces of the humans too, those are hard. I'm really happy with how the line art turned out for this, and then I feel like when I went in and coloured it, I wasn't so happy with how I coloured it in. I mean, it's okay at the end, but I imagine this is something that I will definitely want to like come back and draw again as I improve my skills over the following year. Like maybe this will be the image, like, you know, everyone has that image that they're like, draw this again, and they always come back and they draw it again. Maybe this random pebble head lollipop girl will be the girl that I keep redrawing. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the video so far, and as I mentioned with Mermaid, I will be doing Mermaid. This comes out on Sunday, this video, and then on Wednesday, I believe it is actually the 1st of May, yay! So I will be the first video on that Wednesday, and it will be the first, obviously, of the whole month of Mermaid. I'm going to attempt to do one every day. I've written my own personal prompt list because I have seen the ones that are online, and there's like the official one on the mermaid.com website, which you can go look at if you want to go do it. But as it's my first time, I kind of wanted to do my own list of things and explore certain topics and ideas. So I will leave my version of the list at the end of this video on the end card. I will also be posting it on my Twitter and my Instagram. My Instagram is a Rosie Touch. My Twitter is a Rosie Touch UK because someone else already had a Rosie Touch. But they didn't really post much, but yeah, they still had it, so I have to go with UK at the end because that is where I'm from. Shock. But yeah, so I'll be doing that list for my Mermaid, and I mean I could go over some of what it is because I have it written in my book and I've just made it on Photoshop and made it look fancy and nice. Where is it in this little book? Okay, so it's like the first one I was doing me, which is like me as a mermaid, so I thought that'd be quite funny. I've included a lot of the star signs in here, like all of them obviously, but like throughout the month they're sort of like splayed out all in different mad places. But there's lots of like days during month, like, you know, there's random ones. So there's like Pirate Day, or Talk Like a Pirate Day I think is also maybe it, so I'm gonna do that. For one of them. There's Hug Your Cat Day, obviously we'll be doing that one. Obviously there's the 4th, May the 4th be with you, so Star Wars, mermaids. There's a Nurses Day, it is the month of smiles, so I was going to do one to do with that. There's a Lost Sock Day and a Clean Your Room Day, those are two random ones. There's Frog Jumping Day, so that'll be in there as well. Are there any other mad days in here? I don't think there are any other weird days, those are all like days covered. And then they had things like there is Maya, I think her name is, and she's like the goddess, mother sort of thing of spring, I believe. I'll have to look into that, I could be getting that completely wrong, so don't take my word for it. But anyway, she's often linked with May and fertility and all that kind of stuff, so I was going to do her at one point. There is Hawthorn, which is a type of tree, which is the month of May's tree, so I was going to do that. And there are 2 gemstones, there's Emerald and Agate, so I was going to do those 2 different separate ones. I have some which I've written down and I can't remember what they meant, so that doesn't really help me. Like I wrote down Vishnu and I can't remember why, but I remember I was talking to my boyfriend and my mum when I was coming up with these, so maybe I can ask them what it meant. And also wrote down musical, and I don't know why I wrote that down. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. Oh, there's 2 flowers. Oh no, there's 1 flower. Lily of the Valley is the flower of May, so I was going to do that as well. There's other stuff, and I just can't remember why I wrote it down. It's my friend's birthday on the 26th of May, and I was going to do an illustration of her and her dog as mermaids, but her dog hates water, so I was thinking it'd be quite funny to draw him like on a pier and her trying to like get him to go swimming, and he's just like, no, because that's pretty much what he's like. He even hates the rain, the little delicate bean. So I was going to do that for her, so that'll be one of them. But on my list I put it as gift, so you can make of that what you want, because obviously it wouldn't make sense for you guys to draw my friend and her dog. And like reverse mermaid, I thought it'd be quite funny to do something like that. A dinosaur mermaid. I wanted to do like an alternate mermaid, so obviously lots of people do like your typical like beautiful big koi fish tail and all those kind of things, or like you get ones where they're like sharks or dolphins and that kind of thing. I want to do something where it's like maybe something weird, like a stingray or a manatee. I don't know, I'll come up with ideas, I'm sure. So I thought that'd be quite interesting. And then there's ones where I've got ideas linked to the star sign, so like Aries and Pirate Day are written on the same one, so I was just gonna do that, even though I know Aries technically has like the ram and stuff that I could do something with. Maybe I still will, I don't know, but I needed to put them both down, and I think Pirate Day actually is on the 2nd, so that's why I had to like sort of smush them together. So Cancer, very nurturing sign, so I was going to do a mother sort of figure to do with that. And then there's Virgo, which is, you know, a woman and very feminine and stuff. So I was thinking of doing Maya with that one. So, because she's like, you know, the goddess of fertility and blah blah blah. So she could be either or I could just do two of her and do two different designs. So there's that. Where else are there? So like Leo, I was thinking I could do a lionfish. I thought that'd be quite interesting and quite cool. And play on with that kind of stuff. So I've got ideas. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully. I hope it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun for me anyway. That's basically why I'm doing it. To push my boundaries and make me draw every day for a month. Woo! So, I don't know how many of these will be digital and how many of these will be traditional. And how many of these will be complete images or just like sketches and maybe just like 2-page spread of different thumbnail ideas and stuff. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, also forgot to mention, apparently there are the colours of May, which are yellow, red and green, so I'll try and incorporate them in some of them and focus on them somewhere, maybe in the male one, so it makes sense, or somewhere else. But yeah, that'd be quite interesting and quite cool to do some mermaids in different ways. And the list, there is a proper prompt list, as I've said, which you know, you can do that one instead, it sounds good, but I might do maybe the official one next year, and I'll just sort of test myself this year with the one I want to do. I'm very excited to do the star signs as mermaids, so that's kind of why I wanted to do that. But yeah, as we can see, I finally looked back up on my screen and we can see that and you can see that we're into the colouring stages. I don't know what I was doing with the layers here. I was kind of just messing around with like luminosity and stuff to see different things and try and figure out the colour schemes and what sort of skin tone I wanted it to have and stuff, but I went a bit bonkers because I was just using like blue and stuff for a second. As I said, I haven't used Photoshop in forever and I never fully learned how to use Photoshop. I was self-taught from age 12 and even when I went to university they didn't really teach us how to do it. I often had to teach other people how to do things and then we would learn together when it was stuff that neither of us knew. We'd be like, let's just Google it and see what Google says. So there's that. I'm being really lazy with the hair on this character. As you can probably see, I'm just like blocking down a bunch of stuff and then smudging it to make it look somewhat like it's strands of hair, but I should have probably done more detail and like actually had strands coming out and things, but it still turned out okay. It's very heavy on the line art, which I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I'm not great at lineless stuff or painterly stuff. That's things that I want to work on. But yeah, so my comfort zone right now is keeping line art because I suck at other stuff. And I need to work really badly on my skills in all the colouring and shading and stuff. I've got a lot of work to do, both in what subjects I draw and how I colour them in. So, you know. Buckle up, anyone who wants to join me on this epic journey of space and time. I do a clipping mask, I think, to do the line art. As I said, this was like over a month ago that I drew this, so I can't fully remember what I did. But I know I do a clipping mask at some point and do the line art that way. But I don't know, I can't remember how it looks. I'm sure we'll both see together soon. It's nearing the end of the video, so we'll both get to see it and be like, oh, so that's how it turned out. Yeah. Oh, okay. But I think it's okay. It's like fair enough for my first go in forever and drawing stuff and my not often drawing of people's kind of thing. So I'm quite happy with it anyway. And as I said, this could very well be the let's go back and draw this again and see how different things are now artwork, which I'm looking forward to hopefully having actually improved and not just having a similar thing next week. Right then I was playing with just the idea of having the line art sort of maybe all of it to be like a light brown colour or a light purpley colour to go with the hair, but I don't know. I struggled for a long time to figure out all this stuff, and as you can see, like, I'm the laziest person when it comes to colouring in. I kind of just like block in big scribbly blobs and then I go in and blend them together and try and make some sort of 3D-ish effect to things, but I am just like mega lazy when it came to this, as I said. Sorry. But you know, if you have any tips or tricks or videos or something that you think I should look at, then yeah, feel free to inform me of those. I'd be very grateful for help on improving all the things, because I really need to. but I had fun, and that's kind of what the point of this channel is to push myself and have fun. But yeah, oh yeah, and if anyone does decide to follow my prompt list, please tag me and things on Instagram and Twitter and stuff, so I can see stuff that you do if you happen to post it online. If you don't post stuff online, then it's cool, just do the prompt list if you want anyway. Even if you do the other prompt list, like, I would like to see stuff that people do, so I'll be following the other prompt list I think as well, and just everyone's personal lists that they may have done, and just following the hashtag of Mermay and Mermay 2019, so I can see all the different cool things that people come up with, because that's where people like bounce each ideas off each other and inspire each other and learn from each other, and it's cool, and that's what I like about art communities, and that's why I want to be a part of the art community. So I can't really think of what else I need to say, because as you can see, it's just a lot of scribbling and adding shading and deleting shading and adding shading and fixing it and blurring it and drawing more in and then blurring it again. So nothing overly exciting in that department. But I quite liked how the little tiger patch turned out at the back. I thought he was pretty cool. I don't really remember why I picked a tiger. I was just like, I need something on the back of this jacket to make it more interesting. I was like, you know what, tiger. Tigers are cool, we'll have a tiger. And I also don't know why she has a lollipop, to be honest. Again, it was just sort of like, I wanted her looking over her shoulder. So you could see part of the jacket and things, and the hood and all that kind of stuff. And I just thought it'd be a bit of a different, interesting pose. I mean, I'm sure someone will be able to tell me that like, humans can't twist that way, she's like inaccurate or something, but you know, maybe she is. I don't know, I was just kind of doing stuff without referencing, because that's how I roll. I shouldn't, I really need to stop referencing more. Referencing is good, referencing is necessary, so I need to use it. But yeah, I think she's quite cute. She doesn't have a name. If anyone wants to, feel free to come up with a name down in the comments. Like, if you can think of one, let me know. Oh yeah, here you go. You can see that I'm like putting in the clipping mask line art. And it does look good, but at the same time, with the black, it looks good. And like, you can see my lines are just super sloppy and messy when you zoom in. Whoops! But yeah, I don't mind. It's kind of like a crazy weird painting type thing, I guess, maybe. I don't know, I really need to work on it all. I was just being really slapdash and just kind of wanted to get something drawn. So I remembered what she looked like partially. I say what she looked like, I didn't actually see her face, I just thought hair, and I wanted to get a drawing of a girl with hair like that. And I know that the bang at the back should probably be flowing down her shoulder differently or whatever, but whatevs, it's a drawing, it's my world, you can't tell me how my world should look. I mean, you can, but I might not listen. But anyway, I think we're coming up to the end of the video, so I'm just doing like finishing touches of highlights and stuff, trying to make it look a little bit, I don't know, refined, even though it's really not. It's like super sloppy and messy, but I still think she's cute. I'm still pretty okay with the way this turned out, and I like the colour scheme that she has as well. So anyway, please feel free to leave a like or comment down below if you did enjoy this video, and if you have any like tips and tricks that you would like to share with me, or feedback or anything, that is also welcome. If you want to leave that in the comments, I would be grateful. And if you would like to be kept up to date on anything else that I draw, please feel free to subscribe or follow me on Instagram/Twitter. I post more on Instagram, gotta be honest, I need to up my Twitter game quite a bit. But I do post things on Instagram pretty frequently when I've actually drawn stuff. I haven't drawn anything in a couple of weeks, so Mermay is coming just in time to make me do things and post things. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and goodbye!